Welcome to this soul-lifting broadcast, which has been put together for your spiritual growth and to make greatness common right where you are. Be sure to make the best of this moment as God takes the lead in all that concerns you.
Luke chapter 10, from verse 38, is the story of Jesus' visit to the house of Mary and Martha. The Bible says in verse 38 of Luke chapter 10, it said, "Now it happened, as they went, that he entered a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, who also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word." Look at verse 40. But Martha was distracted. Somebody say distracted. Or say it again, say distracted. Martha was distracted with much serving. And she approached him and said, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Therefore, tell her to help me." And Jesus answered and said to her, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things. But one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that good part which will not be taken away from her." There are many things from this passage of the scripture. We can literally preach a series from it. But a few things I want to bring to the fore of your mind this morning is that whenever something is going wrong, you must have the right response to it. In this passage of the scripture, Martha was feeling some level of strain. She knew that something was going wrong. She was exerting herself. Perhaps she was getting tired. She was being overstretched. Her response to it was to go to Jesus. But she went with the wrong attitude and with the wrong notion. A lot of the time, when things are not the way they're supposed to be, we're quick to respond with an accusation or to blame somebody for what is going wrong. To blame somebody for what is going wrong. So Martha went to Jesus. There are two things that she did there. One, she blamed Jesus, and then she blamed Mary. If this girl didn't have enough sense to know that she was supposed to be helping me, "Master, why did you join her? You too, at least you should be able to tell her that this is the right thing to do." You should be able to tell her that this is the right thing to do. You know, sometimes when we're overwhelmed, we even blame God for what is not going well. Sometimes we choose to blame God. Sometimes we blame people. There are people listening to me here this morning, people watching online, that if we ask you what's the greatest thing that should happen to you in the first quarter of next year, what somebody will say is, "I want God to deal with my boss." Yeah. If you are a better version of that kind of Christian, will probably say, "I want God to touch the heart of my boss." But there's another version, is it 6.0 or something? What should we call that version? That will say, "I want God to deal with my boss. Show him Pepe so that he can straighten up, and then make it traceable to me so that he will respect me more." And then, you know when some people pray and they pray about maybe their enemy or whatever, in their mind, somewhere in their subconscious, they want that person to know that it's because of them that God is angry with the enemy. So if anything is happening to the enemy and the enemy cannot trace it to the fact that God was responding to their prayer, the prayer is not answered. In fact, they are more angry. Yeah. That's how some of us behave. I want God to, do something to my boss. Some people is the spouse. You know, there are some women who pray that God should touch the business of their husband, for instance, not to turn it around, though, to deal with it, so that the man can be more sensible. Yeah, what a prayer. Yeah, what a prayer. They feel that if a man is stranded, then he will wake up. Yeah. There are men also who pray, sometimes tempted to pray that God will make their wife lose the job so that she'll be more submissive. Yeah. Because if you ask the man, why is this marriage not working? It's my wife. Not knowing that there's a way you can put your life in order, and it has nothing to do with the second person. In this place, I'm sure Martha was very shocked and surprised when Jesus said, Martha, Mary has nothing to do with this matter. It's all about you, Martha, because your priorities are upside down. May you not enter 2019 with upside down priority. That's why you're here this morning. Because I believe God wants us to reorder ourselves physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. To reorder everything. To put certain things in perspective. So that things that matter most will not be at the mercy of the things that matter least. The way some people live their lives right now, the things that matter most are at the mercy of the things that matter least. The important things are not getting attention. Martha was distracted by much serving. I was saying in the first service that there is even a way you can arrange your life that is completely out of order, so that whether you are serving God, serving your family, or serving humanity, it negatively impacts on your own personal relationship with God, which is the foundation for the service. There are people who serve in church, but eventually lose their salvation. And they don't know that it's because their life is out of order. Because they've made the service a source of distraction to their relationship with God. There are men who, in a bid to serve their family, work hard and make enough money for the family, they're no longer in tune with God. You're completely out of order. Because they met Jesus, the great commandment, said, which is the greatest of all the commandments? This is like saying, how should I order my life? Yeah, based on God's commandment. And Jesus said, you love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your might. And he said, you love your neighbor as yourself. Yeah. But the first one is love the Lord your God with all your heart. As simple as it sounds, that for a man, God comes first, your family comes second, your work comes next. Even if you just put it in that simple order. Yeah, I know there are many other things. And time will not permit me to get into all those other things. Somebody will say, where is the place of my extended family? Yeah. Yeah. Where should I put my parents? We'll find a place to put them. But family, your own family. If you're not married right now, you know that God first, you second, plus the family responsibilities you have, and friends and all that, then you layer work underneath that, and every other thing will follow suit. Somebody is asking, why is work not after God? Yeah. We should ask you the question again. Is work a means to an end or an end in itself? Yeah. Because you are working for you to live a better life. The life itself, when it's abandoned, when you have made all the money, what are you going to use it to do? When the life is completely out of order. My life must always be in focus to recognize whether I am fulfilling purpose, doing the things I'm supposed to be doing, because whatever vocation I'm engaging is supposed to empower me to be able to do what I've been created to do. And give me the resources that is needful, and not the other way around. Can I hear an amen to that? Amen. Praise God. Disorder robs you of peace and of the blessing that should ordinarily be yours. Yeah. Robs you of peace and of the blessing that should ordinarily be yours. From what I've said so far, there are big questions that all of us need to ask. Who are you blaming for everything that has happened in 2018? Yeah. Who are you blaming? Are you still blaming someone? Because Martha was blaming Mary and also blamed God for not speaking to Mary. Yeah. You know, somebody may be listening to me right now. You're very bitter in your heart. You know that you could have gotten a promotion this year, or you didn't get the promotion, and in your mind is your boss, and the person is a witch, and God has to do something about them before 31st because you don't want to get back to that work in the new year and meet them there. And God is saying, are you paying attention to yourself to reorder your life? Yeah, to reorder your life. That may be something that you need to do differently. That will just change everything. And this is the season that we should reorder and reprioritize. Who are you blaming? And when Jesus will answer about Mary, he said, Mary has chosen one thing. Ladies and gentlemen, for every season of life, there's always a one thing that we need to focus on. So keys to combating disorder. One is understand purpose and what should be priority. At every season of life, there is one thing that should be priority. There's a purpose for that season. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about as we go into 2019 for somebody here. Maybe the best thing that God wants you to do in 2019 is to focus on your children a little bit more. Perhaps they're at that age where if you don't do anything now and something goes out of hand, you'll live the rest of your life, God forbid, regretting why you didn't pay attention at this particular time. So, as you go into 2019, having that as focus and understanding the season that you are in, if you get maybe a job offer or another job option at work that they now said they want you to cover 3 or 4 cities. And that means you are not going to be home a lot more. But there's another option where you will be home. Yeah, it's just that this one maybe has some extra perks and all that. When you understand the season that you are living in and the purpose for that season, you tell yourself, based on my season, this option is my option, not this one. Yeah, because I need to prioritize. And in this season, priority should go to maybe children or this marriage that is still young and, very shaky. Because some people, and thank God this is a church, of many young marriages. Some people get married and they don't understand that investment is the key to achievement. A good marriage is not automatic. It comes out of intentional investment. So you get into a season where you should prioritize your investment into your marriage, but you are prioritizing traveling and adventure. Traveling alone, no, not together, an adventure. You are prioritizing, many other things. And not creating that right balance. In every season, Jesus said, this season that I'm in your house, Martha, only one thing is needful now. And Mary has chosen that. For this season, the purpose for this season, you think I came into your house to eat. Jesus must have been looking at that and say, how dumb thou art. I didn't come here to eat. I came to impart. This lady is sitting right at my feet and soaking in as much as possible. In the mind of Jesus, I'm not going to be here forever. The matter of the kingdom requires urgency. You think I came to eat? Continue setting table. Because at this season, this is not so much about food. I came here to impart knowledge and grace and wisdom. And Mary has chosen the right thing. Maybe another season, if I come and you discern the purpose a little better, maybe I may be a little more relaxed to focus more on your food. As much as entertainment and and hospitality and all that will be good for Jesus. Jesus said, you miscalculated this season. This is not what this season is all about. Yeah, this is not what this season is all about. So somebody here this morning, are you getting your season in focus as you go into 2019 to understand what will be the priorities of this season? Yeah, what should be the priority of this season? What should come up more? What should I pay more attention to? Because the priority of every season will be different. You must understand the purpose of your life and the priority of the current time. Glory be to Jesus. When you don't understand or when you don't know your purpose or the season, the devil will bring distractions. We say that the idle mind is the devil's workshop, but there's a better quote. This one says, the devil tempts everyone, but the idle man tempts the devil. Yeah. The man that doesn't understand his season and just loafing and his priorities are upside down is the one tempting the devil. Because the devil will bring all kinds of things in. Because you don't even know what you're supposed to be focusing on. That kind of a person is tempting the devil. The devil will bring all kinds of things to you. So be clear on your purpose and the season that is ahead of you. Be clear on it. There's one thing that is needful. One thing that is needful. For someone, it may be the next 1 year. For some other person, it may be the next 2-3 years. One thing that is needful. And you need to pay better attention to. One thing that is needful. My kids are getting, older. Last month, my first daughter was 14, and became 14, and my younger one also became 12. I'm telling myself, we're counting down. So this girl is getting out of the house. Yeah. Two things must become important. Spending more time with them, building my friendship with my wife, so that after they have gone, we won't just be looking at ourselves. Yeah. Because for the first time, it's becoming more clear to me that the moment these girls go, if we don't have gist, we don't have gist. There's nothing to do about it. We'll just be looking at ourselves, and somebody will be upstairs, somebody will be downstairs, and you won't even know. And it feels like you're just home alone because you have not built the connection. Yeah, and cultivate the friendship. Remember many years ago, a friend of mine was telling me how he went visiting someone, two people in their late 60s, woman late 60s, man early 70s, and they were sitting in the sitting room. The woman was, cutting the toenails of the man, and they were eating inside the same plate and watching a movie and playing. The guy was like, eh? And he's a guy that has been married for less than 10 years. And he could not remember when his wife cut his toenail last. She even said, you're cutting toenail, you're now eating from the same plate. And wisdom told me that these kind of things are not automatic. It's not just going to happen to you when you're in your 60s or 70s. You have to pay attention to it and be deliberate about how it's going to happen. Yeah. But, that picture stayed on my mind. I'm still looking, is relationship goal for me? To say when I'm in my 70s, I want to sit down, somebody will just be cutting my toenail. And put food in my mouth, and just be watching, we'll binge watch a series. You understand what I'm saying? A good series, not any bad series. Yeah. Sit down and just watch TV for 3 hours and just playing. You understand? No children at home, nothing. The children are doing well. Yeah. And we're having fun. But those things don't happen by chance. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You have to be deliberate. You need to understand the season of life where you make that a major focus. You want to work something out. Yeah. You want to prepare for that. So each and every one of us must understand the season that we're in. Like I was saying in the first service, if you're a young man here and maybe God is stirring your heart, You're coming to that season where you have to settle down and have a home and have a family of your own. It means that you have to reprioritize your life. You can't go into 2019 behaving, like when I was growing up, there's a saying that was pervasive around here, that to be a millionaire, you have to think like a millionaire. You remember that TV show where it said to be a millionaire, you have to think like a millionaire. To be a married man, first of all, start thinking like a married man. Yes. Yeah. This one that Friday, until they shut down the club, you are not going home. You can't enter into next year like that and thinking that you want to settle down. No. Last Friday, the worship, the experience by House on the Rock, I was invited, I was there. I have a good relationship with Pastor Paul. I was at the experience, just worshiping God. I left maybe around 4 a.m. or so, and as we were coming, my PA and I, just passing somewhere in VI, on the road, we were going on our own. And somebody was removing cone from the car for us to park. So I asked my PA, I said, do people go somewhere and park at 4:30? It just made me feel like I don't live in Lagos. Yeah, because it looks like our Lagos is different from some other people's Lagos. Some of us only work during the day and have fun during the day. So some people have fun all night, all day. But a lot of the time, something is losing attention while something is gaining attention. And if you're a young man here listening to me, and perhaps that's your lifestyle, I'm not necessarily coming down on you today. All I'm saying is that the wiser we live, the better we live. Or the wiser we become, the better we become. If you want your life to take a new turn, for your family to see you more, and you want to pay attention to your marriage, you need to cut down on clubbing. I know there may even be club owners in the service. I'm not campaigning against your business. I'm just talking to my congregation. So young men, listen to me. You want to be a family man, you don't want to frustrate your spouse. Start reordering your life now. Yeah, start reordering your life now. To say, I cannot layer marriage on top of every Friday and Saturday clubbing, all night and all that. No, it just won't work. You need to reorder your life. Tell somebody to reorder your life. Yeah. And when we feel overwhelmed, obviously, like we said, we start to ask questions. So another key that I want to talk about is trusting God. Trusting God. Trusting God. That when something goes wrong, it will never be on God's part. It's always on our part. Trust God. And when we feel overwhelmed, let's not start asking God questions or querying his intention. That was what Martha was about to do. To ask God questions, query his intention. Don't you think, shouldn't you have spoken to Mary to come and help me? And God said, before you were born, and after you have gone, I'll still be God. This has nothing to do with me or Mary. It's just that your life is completely out of order. Yeah. Your life is completely out of order. Being overwhelmed is often a sign that you are majoring in minor. Yeah. Majoring in minor. So, identify and address clutter. What core issues drive you to frenetic, out of balance living? What are those core areas where you are completely out of balance right now? Don't go into 2019 without doing something that will bring you back into balance. In what areas do you feel uncomfortable and out of control? Is it finance? Is it relationship? You need to trust God here this morning to help you to reorder so you can come back into control. There's no point gathering together to pray for 2019 when you don't even know what you need to put in order. Because sometimes it looks like God is not answering our prayers, but it's because the Bible says that you pray and you receive not because you pray amiss. That means your prayer is not properly guided. That means you're praying into, from a standpoint of disorder. In Genesis chapter 1, the Bible talks about how God turned things around about the earth. I was speaking about that last Sunday. The earth was without form and void. Darkness covered the face of the deep. And God started to speak. The Spirit of God was moving over the face of the water. And the first thing God said is, let there be light. Let there be light. Many people want intervention, but they want it anyhow. They're not thinking sustainability. As a pastor, for instance, I've realized that charitable deeds are good. When we started laying the foundation for the charitable foundation of the church, the Pieces Foundation, I went, for a training abroad. I studied, and all that, and did some research. One book, I spoke about in the first service, one book that I would recommend for anybody who has a mind to do anything charitable, philanthropy or whatever, is Charity Detox. One of my trainings, this book was recommended and I bought it. I brought it to the guy that's managing our foundation here. Read it. We got a summary of it that we have given to all the people who will work with us on the foundation. One statement the way I will summarize, many things are there, but one thing is this. You see, in underdevelopment or in the third world, we always think that something should just come to our aid and just rescue us. It must just happen anyhow. So people beg on the road, people do all kinds of things. They just need palliative. And you see, those kind of charitable deeds are meant for emergency situation, disaster, and all those kind of things. That's what they're meant for. I know some people, their life looks like emergency situation. It looks like an hurricane just came. But the truth is that there's no hurricane anywhere. The way this life is organized is currently organized for chaos and poverty. Yeah. You can blame anybody for it, but it's high time you stop blaming anybody and seek a sustainable thing that will work. When God created the heavens and the earth, the Bible says the earth was without form and void. Darkness covered the face of the deep. He did not continue to throw things into darkness and lack of form, because that's what we do. Just throw things in. Yeah. It's easy for somebody to show up now and we just throw house rent in. That house rent has gone into disorder, form and void, and all that. When we say sit down, we have a structure in place. Let's talk. How do we put something sustainable in place? Most people are not interested. Yeah. They're not interested. And that's why the cycle of poverty is perpetuated. Because we are not interested. Can I say this openly this morning? As a pastor, I've outgrown emotions to some level, some kind of emotion. Unreasonable emotion, that's what I mean. Before now, people will just show up. Some people will even meet me outside there because, I go everywhere, I'm everywhere, anybody can walk up to me, and somebody will meet me in there, Pastor, I'm coming to this church, and this is, and then, today I'll just say, the person in charge of it is there, or my PA, call the person, go and meet the person. That we labor to put a structure in place to help ourselves. Many people are not ready for that structure. They just want disorder. They want sporadic living. Like the African god. Shango type of living. That's, where thunder will just strike when there's no need for thunder. Yeah. Something just happened. You understand? We say, let's structure, let's put this thing in place. No, they're not interested. I'm hungry now. Just give me food. And we can't talk. There's no need. Yeah. When God saw that the heart was without form and void, darkness covered the face of the deep, the first thing he did was to say, let there be light. Light helps us to know what we're dealing with. Yeah. First and foremost, what are we dealing with here? Because when there's light and illumination, we can start to create order. Without light, we cannot even attempt to create order. I pray that the light of God's revelation will come into somebody's life this morning. That will lead into order in your life in 2019. In the name of Jesus. And it will start from now. When light came, then God said, let's separate the land from the water. Then let's separate day and night. Yeah. You can imagine throwing seed into land and water mixed together. What harvest are you going to get? Yeah. There's no return on investment. That's how some people want to live their life. No night, no day, no land, no water. Just throw everything in. And God said, no. The first thing is let there be light. And then let the firmament be separated from, the waters. Let this be like this. Let there be day and night. Let there be, order. And then we layer every other thing in it. The plants can grow. We can put human beings there. Now there's order. That's how God expects you and I to live our lives. And even when we seek intervention, we must seek intervention with a mindset that it has to be sustainable. And it has to engender some kind of structure that will bring order and sustainability into place. That's how we continue to build on it. That's how we're building this church. That's how we're putting things together here. This is how you should also build your business. Yeah. Put sustainability in mind. Create the kind of structures that will make things work, where you can channel the favor of God and the power of God appropriately. Glory be to Jesus. It's very, very important. Are you drowning in a frenetic environment currently? It's time to step back. Yeah. It's time to step back. Somebody listening to me this morning, it may pay you to step back from a frenetic, out of order work environment. Look at it, make recommendations to them. If nothing is going to happen, it may actually pay you not to be working. Yeah. Maybe for the first 1 or 2 months of next year, because what will come out of it for your life will make next year the greatest year of your life so far. Yeah. We are not slaves. And we can't live like slaves. Somebody here, you've never even considered living a bad environment before. And you don't know what plan God has for you. You don't know what plan God has for you until you tell yourself, this is one life and it's more important. God is important. My life is also important. It's more important than dying here. I need to put order into my life. And if this environment will not engender order for me, and it's going to bend me over backwards and destroy my life, destroy my family, make my life completely out of order. Because somebody may be listening to me right now. Before now, before you started this thing, or you started this job, or started this, your life was much more better than this. Now, you are all kinds of bad habits. You may even be on drugs. I'm not talking about, over-the-counter drugs. I'm talking about hard drugs, just to put yourself together. Everything is falling apart. Life has become very frenetic. The environment is killing. And you are still sitting there. Your life, your family is more important than that job. It's time that you put your life in order. It's time that you put your life in order. Disorderly living makes you feel uncomfortable. And the more there's disorder, the more likely the next level of increase will elude you. That's how it works. It's more likely that the next level of increase will elude you. Yeah. Finally, what did Martha do when she realized that she was completely out of order? She went to God. Though she went with a bad attitude, but she went to God. Now, I want us to pray, but we're coming with the right attitude. Anyone here who has anybody to blame for some things that didn't work out this year, please put it aside. Yeah, don't be like Martha. It's time to come to God to say, Lord, you know, if you can imagine if Martha went to meet Jesus and said, Master, so I'm strained. I don't know what's going on. I don't feel so good. What do you think I should be doing? Jesus will say, sit down. Sit down. Sit. Don't move any inch. Just sit where you are. And that settles it. Yeah. That's what I want somebody to do here this morning. To be able to say, God, so it's not about my spouse. It's not about my boss or my uncle or somebody who refused to open the door for me. What am I supposed to be doing? Yeah. What's priority for this time? That's the kind of question somebody should be asking right now.
Thank you for listening. We hope you were truly blessed. Please feel free to email us at info@elevationng.org for all inquiries or to share any testimonies. You can also follow us on our social media channels @ElevationNG to have access to real-time updates on all broadcasts and special programs. Till we come your way again, keep making greatness common.